fame, glamour, perfection. What if you could find it all at the tip of a needle?
It was 2004 when I started writing it. I just started film school and I was feeling extremely sick. I had this flu and I was having a kind of semi-conscious fever dream where I was obsessing over the physicality of my illness and the fact that I had something in my body and in my cells that had come from someone else's body and how there was a sort of weird intimacy to that connection. And so afterwards I tried to think of a character who might see disease as an intimate thing, and I thought a celebrity-obsessed fan who wants Angelina Jolie's cold as a way of feeling physically connected to her isn't totally implausible. And from there it developed into what I thought was an interesting metaphor for discussing that culture.
Do you not agree that the mania surrounding celebrity is reaching an unhealthy level?
No, I don't. My clients want to feel more connected to those people that they see in the magazines and on television.
Enjoy.
Celebrity culture is something I find very kind of fascinating and grotesque, and I think the celebrity industry is becoming this sort of weird insular thing where people are just famous and their jobs are to be famous for no particular reason. And I think there's a kind of mania driving certain fans, or a certain mania that represents a loss of perspective. The lead is Caleb Landry Jones, who plays Syd March. He has that like hard to articulate thing that makes certain actors very fascinating to watch. He's a very nuanced physical actor, and he has a very striking look to him and is extremely talented. Sarah Gadon is the other major role. She plays the biggest celebrity in the world, and one of the themes in the film is that divide between celebrities as media constructs and as these sort of cultural constructs and fictions, and then the human beings that are almost, in a sense, unrelated to the celebrity as an icon. So we needed someone who could, on the one hand, be believable as the biggest celebrity in the world, and on the other hand, who is a good enough actor that in those moments when we see her as a human being, we could believe, she had to be totally believable or the whole thing would fall apart. It has this kind of, I guess, a clinical, sterile look to it, and some of the scenes have very white production design and are very sparse, but then it has this kind of bodily, like a fetishization of the body, macroscopic body shots and some grimier elements. It's about an industry that fetishizes the body, so it was important for the film to fetishize the body in a sort of grotesque way as part of the satire. Again, with the divide between celebrities as these inhuman fictions, these sort of ideals and icons, and then the body, the human animal body behind it that's decaying and dies, and then the celebrity lives on and appears in vacuum cleaner commercials 40 years later. That we wanted to represent in the shooting and in the production design. Growing up around filmmaking was useful in the sense that I kind of had like a visceral sense of filmmaking. I mean, we don't talk too much about the specifics of filmmaking, but being able to see that process and have a sense of that process was very useful, because again, even though I went to film school, you can sort of only learn so much in an academic setting, and then you have to kind of learn it through doing it, and being around filmmaking is like the next best thing in a way to doing it yourself. So I think that that was definitely useful.
Have you started bleeding yet?
Bleeding?
From your mouth.
I don't understand how this isn't considered cannibalism.
You've become involved in something sinister.
It's a weird business, Syd.